starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
On my television set this month, I'll be back to eating my TV dinners in front of my radio.
Your problems are over.
Oh?
One of the producers at our studio is looking for a secretary to work at his house over the weekend.
That sounds wonderful.
Guess who the producer is?
Who?
Milton Berle.
Milton Berle, the comedian?
It's Milton Berle, the producer now. He's producing a motion picture.
Oh, he doesn't have his television show anymore, does he?
No.
Oh, the poor soul. I guess he needed a steady job. Well, I'll help him all I can. Oh, he's a wonderful man.
Okay, Miss Evans. When he comes in, will you tell him that Milton Berle called? Ruth.
Yes, dear?
Did that secretary get here yet?
No, not yet. Honey, while you're waiting for her to come,
Yeah.
I wish you'd eat some breakfast.
Honey, I'm too busy. I'm working on the budget for the picture.
Well, you shouldn't be too busy to eat.
Huh?
You've been working night and day. What are you trying to prove?
Oh, I happen to love show business, and I want to make good.
Make good?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? You've had a very successful career.
What, as a comedian? Well, Ruth, when a man matures, he wants the kind of success that brings respect. I mean, when you meet people today and you talk about Berle, what's the best thing they can say about him? He's funny. Well, I'm out to prove that Berle is not funny. That's not a nice thing to say.
I didn't say anything.
That's what hurts. You love me too much to say it.
Of course I love you.
Yeah.
That's why I hate to see you working so hard, taking on all this hard work.
Oh, Ruth, don't
Seems
start
to me you've had enough success in show business to satisfy anyone.
Oh.
I mean, vaudeville, movies, television, nightclubs. Why do you want to be a producer?
Don't you understand, Ruth, dear? I want to grow.
Well, then he ought to stop smoking.
I was...
Hello, I'm Mrs. Carmichael.
Mr. Burrell's been waiting for you.
Oh, well, I sure am looking forward to meeting Mr. Burrell.
May I take your coat?
Oh, thank you. I'm a very big fan of his. Once I sent him a letter, and he sent me an autographed picture.
Well, now you can meet him in person.
Oh.
Mrs. Carmichael, this is Mr. Burrell.
How do you do?
Oh, Mr. Burrell, I can't tell you how happy I am to meet you. I'm one of your biggest fans.
Oh, you're putting me on.
No, I'm not. You can ask your maid.
This is Mrs. Burrell.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I apologize.
That's all right. Don't apologize. I'm still his maid. I have some shopping to do. I'll see you later.
All right, darling.
Goodbye, Mrs. Burrow.
Don't spend too much money, honey. Come on, we better get to work.
Yes.
Like a gag I used to do. All play and no work makes no jack.
Oh, that's funny.
It wasn't that funny.
Oh, you're always funny to me, Mr. Burrow. You know something? I used to just love when you dressed up as a hillbilly and you wore those funny clothes and you went, you remember that? I used to just die at you. Oh, I remember once you dressed up like a seal. You were wonderful. You went, You were a riot.
Well, thank you very much, but I'd like to get some work done.
Oh,
Would you
yes,
sit
sir.
down here, please?
Yes, sir. I just know working with you is going to be a ball.
Well, thank you. Now, when you're ready, I'd like to dictate a letter to my director, Mr. Lou Jackson.
Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir.
Say, Dear Lou, regarding your letter of the 25th. What are you laughing at?
Oh, well, you always make me laugh.
What's so funny about regarding your letter of the 25th? Mrs. Carmichael, will you please tell me what's so funny?
Oh, I don't know. It's the way you say things.
All I said was regarding your letter of the 25th.
I know. And you look like a rabbit when you say it.
Now let's get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I loved your suggestions, and I think that we should get Robert Wagner to play the part of the pilot.
Oh, Robert Wagner's very good.
Thank you. If you have any other ideas on this, let me hear from you.
Well, I'll think about it tonight.
I was dictating.
Oh.
Just sign that, yours truly. Would you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
And now I have another important letter, personal letter to get out, and it goes to this address right here.
Mr. Marvin Kane, Beverly House of Fashion.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
I want to order something for my wife. Next week is our wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Dear Marvin.
What anniversary is it, Mr. Burrow?
Our 14th.
Oh.
Yeah. Dear Marvin, next week is my...
Where did you meet Mrs. Burrow?
It was a blind date. Some friends brought her to my television show. I can still see her sitting out in the audience that night. She was wearing a beautiful black velvet gown, trimmed in ermine and a string of pearls with matching earrings.
Oh.
That was our first date. And by the way, that was our first fight.
Your first fight?
Yes.
Well, what did you fight about?
Well, I came out on the stage wearing the same outfit.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you had a fight on your first date, how did you ever get together?
Would you really like to know, Miss Carmichael?
Oh, I'd love to know.
A dozen roses did the trick.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yes. It was the first time anyone ever sent me flowers. Wrapped in a girdle.
Oh, what a sense of humor your wife has.
That's true. That's why I begged her to marry me.
You begged her to marry you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, how
Where
wonderful.
else could I get a part where the baggy pants comic winds up with the lovely leading lady?
Oh, what a nice thing to say.
Dear Marvin.
I already have that.
Anything wrong?
Oh, no. I just think the way you feel about Mrs. Burrow is very touching.
Well, she's my wife.
Yeah, I know. But you hear about Hollywood and Hollywood marriages, you know. I've heard that sometimes stars are so involved with themselves that they're just not capable of loving anyone else.
That's ridiculous. Look how I love Marvin. I've called him dear 6 times already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Dear Marvin, next week is my 14th wedding anniversary, and I would like to order something very special for Ruth. A black velvet gown trimmed in ermine and a nice strand of pearls with matching earrings.
Oh, Mr. Burrow, what a beautiful thought. Getting the same outfit she wore on her first date with you. Oh, no wonder you have such a great marriage. You're so sweet and so kind and so
No,
thoughtful.
Mrs. Carmichael. Ruth is the one who's sweet and kind, seeing that I eat right, that I don't work too hard, sitting out in the audience and laughing at all my jokes. Believe me, that takes loyalty, real loyalty, especially some of the jokes I told in Kansas City. You know, Miss Carmichael, whenever I'm sick, she brings me hot chicken soup.
Oh?
And when I have a fever, she brings me frozen chicken soup and puts it on my head. That's one of the jokes I told in Kansas City.
And she laughed?
She even applauded.
Oh, she really loves you.
Well, that's why I try to make her happy. And on our anniversary, I'll spring the gowns and the pearls and the earrings, all in such a way that it'll be a complete surprise.
How? What are you going to do?
I'll come down the stairs wearing the whole outfit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I really think that's good.
Oh, you're a wonderful couple.
Thank you. Sorry, I got so wrapped up in work, I forgot about lunch. I'll heat some tea, and I'm going to look for something for a sandwich.
Well, now, look, Mr. Burl, you have a lot of work to do. How about letting me fix lunch?
So you think you can find your way around?
Oh, sure. I love to look in other people's refrigerators.
Really? I'm a medicine chest man myself.
Oh,
Funny.
Mr. Burl, you're funny.
Thank you.
Oh, look here. Some beautiful tomatoes and lettuce and, oh, you know, something might make a wonderful Caesar. Something might make a... Yeah, better than Julius.
Caesar salad better than Julius. That's funny. Funny.
You know where I can find a very large salad bowl?
I'll find
Any
one.
kind
I'll
of
find
salad.
one. Right away.
What's that?
That's the front door, dear.
Oh, I'll get it.
Hello.
Oh! Oh, it's Ruta Lee, the movie star.
Well, just don't stand there. Let her in.
Oh!
Ruda, you'll have to excuse my secretary. She didn't mean to kill your entrance. She just gets excited about movie stars. Well, it's good to see you, Ruda. Ruda is a friend of the family.
Oh.
Let's sit down. What? Oh, yes. Ruda, this is my secretary, Mrs. Carmichael.
Hello.
How do you do, Miss Lee? I'm so glad to meet you. I go to see all of your movies.
Do?
Yes, some of them I see 2 and 3 times.
Well, thank you.
I never get enough of you, Miss Lee. You know, I just wish you were old enough to have some of your pictures on the Late Late Show.
Oh, that's very flattering.
To me, it isn't. Let's sit down and get comfortable.
Oh, excuse me, I have some water boiling.
Milton?
Yes, dear?
Where's Ruth?
Oh, Ruth, she's out shopping. She's not around.
Now, what is all this I hear about your being a producer?
That's true, darling. I'm producing a great one. The picture's called The Friendly Sky. And the reason I have to come over here, there's a part in it for you that would be just perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Well, it's a very dramatic part about a girl who becomes involved with a married man.
Oh, Milton, that doesn't sound like me.
Oh, no.
I never play the other woman. I always play wholesome parts. You know, the girl next door.
Well, that's why it'll be good for you, because it's different. Look, instead of me trying to sell you, how about, Ruda, reading a scene with me? I have it right here. Turn to page 17.
I don't come in until page 17.
Oh, the early pages are all about you. They build up your entrance.
Oh.
Now, honey, the scene starts where you say, "Where's your wife?" Look it up.
All right, let me just look this over.
That's fine. By the way, my secretary's fixing some lunch. Will you join us?
Fine.
Yeah, how about a cup of tea while we're waiting?
Oh, I'd love some.
Okay. Mrs. Carmichael?
What?
Mrs. Carmichael?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm talking on the intercom. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, you're coming in loud and clear.
Miss Lee is going to join us for lunch.
Oh, really?
Yes. And we'd like a cup of tea now.
Oh, Roger.
Now, how about it, beautiful? Are you ready?
All right, Milton. Now. Where is your wife?
Who cares about my wife? We're alone.
Darling, it's so wonderful to see you again.
Not nearly as wonderful as it is for me to see you.
What a shame that we have to steal these precious moments.
I treasure every one of them.
But what about your wife? Are you sure she doesn't suspect?
My wife is too stupid to suspect. not talk about her. Just cuddle close and let my lips caress your loveliness.
Oh, my love, my pet. It's no use. I can't go on sharing you. I can't.
Mrs. Carmichael, what happened?
I dropped the cream pitcher.
Well, no use crying over spilt milk.
That's very funny.
It's very funny.
Luna, that's a wonderful part for you, am I right?
Oh, I don't know, Milton. I'll have to think about this.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Sugar. Mrs. Carmichael. I said sugar.
Oh, I thought you were talking to her.
One lump, please.
Oh, Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes?
would you mind giving me a couple of lumps?
I would love to.
It's all right. No harm done.
I'll serve your lunch as soon as it's ready, sir.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes, sir.
Would you care to join us for some tea?
Oh, I wouldn't think of intruding on your privacy.
She's a wonderful secretary, and she makes a Caesar salad better than Julius.
Milton, that's a very funny line.
It's mine. Just can't believe it. I thought he was such a nice man. Imagine that. I used to laugh at him all the time. I'll never laugh at him again. Tell him that. Fooling around with another woman when he's got such a wonderful wife. So sick. He ought to be ashamed of himself, that's what.
Hi, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Burrow.
What's Mr. Burrow got you doing?
Oh, well, I'm just fixing him some lunch.
That's very nice of you. Where is Mr. Burrow?
But he's inside with a friend of the family.
Friend of the family.
Miss Ruta Lee.
Oh, how nice. Milton's been wanting to get together with Ruta for a long time.
Well, he got together with her, all right.
I think I'll go in and say hello.
Oh, no, they're very busy. They're very busy in there. I don't think you should go in.
What?
You've been busy, too, haven't you?
Yes, I've been doing some shopping.
Yeah.
I bought Milton a surprise anniversary gift.
Oh, how nice.
Well, I think I'll just poke my head in.
No, don't poke. So you got him a surprise gift, huh?
Yes. I bought him a new golf bag.
Oh, that's wonderful. Sometimes a man gets tired going around with the same old bag. I mean, it's nice when a man has two bags. That's a good gift.
No, I'm home.
No, don't let him know you're home, please. You better stay right out here. You don't go in there because then he'll know you're home and he'll come out here and he might see your gift. You better hide it. You really ought to hide this. Yes, it's a beautiful gift. You don't want him to see it. If he knows you're home, he might come out here. Why don't you hide it upstairs?
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
You know, I'm glad you're fixing Milton some lunch. He needs to keep up his strength. Milton, I just don't think this part is right for me.
Why not?
Well, like I said, I've never played the other woman before. Now, the public accepts me in a certain image, and I just don't think I can be convincing in this role.
Convincing? Are you kidding? Rudy, you'd be great. Do you think I'd let you do anything that might hurt your image or jeopardize your career just to get you in my picture?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's beside the point. Now, Ruta, please, will you take the script home, get the feel of it, then come over here Monday night, have dinner with Ruth and me, and we can discuss it, huh?
Well, all right, I'll take the script. But I can't possibly be here Monday night. Because Monday night, you and Ruth are coming over to my house. I'm having a little dinner party in honor of your 14th wedding anniversary.
That's wonderful, darling. Maybe sometime during the evening, you and I can sneak off together someplace and discuss things.
All right.
Mr. Burl,
Yes, Mrs. Carmichael?
may I toss the salad?
Please do. What's the big idea? What are you, some kind of a nut?
You're the one who's some kind of a nut. Married 14 years to a wonderful wife. A wife who worries about you, brings you chicken soup when you're sick, and laughs at your stale jokes in Kansas City. And what thanks does she get? You call her stupid and carry on with another woman.
Another woman?
Me?
Don't act so innocent, you teeny bopper, you. I heard you over the intercom. Just cuddle close. Let my lips caress your loveliness. Oh, my love. Oh, my pet. I can't go on sharing you. I can't.
Caress your loveliness. Are you crazy or something?
That was the scene we were rehearsing from his picture.
From one of my new pictures.
Your picture.
Yes, my...
A likely story. You...
Listen to me, I can't see
Listen
you.
to me.
What is it, Mrs. Carmichael? What is it?
You can't fool me like you fool your stupid wife.
Stupid wife?
Did somebody call me?
Ruth.
I thought you gave up comedy.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Burl. I tried to keep all of this from you, you poor little thing.
Now, Ruth, this is an entire misunderstanding.
I'll say it
Yes,
is.
yes.
Mrs. Carmichael overheard us rehearsing a love scene, and she believed it.
You bet I believed it. I heard every word you said. You're not kidding me.
Now, will you stop that? Give me that. This is the script. This is the script that we're reading. Don't you see these lines?
Now, what script?
Caress me, my love. Let me caress your loveliness.
My love, my
pet. My
I
pet.
can't bear to share
Yeah,
you.
read it.
Look.
Read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, good heavens. But when I heard it over the intercom, it all sounded so real. You were so convincing. Oh, I don't know what came over me.
I know what came over me.
Mr. Burl, can you ever forgive me?
Forgive you? Mrs. Carmichael. Mrs. Carmichael. I'll not only forgive you, but I want to tell you I love you.
You love me?
Yeah, because you believed Ruta as the other woman. Now, Ruta, this ought to convince you that you can play the part.
Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful.
Well, this is great.
This is show business.
Yeah. Hey, let's all have some lunch. We'll have some lunch because the salad's on me.
Lucy Show.
The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
You can relax, Lucy. It's only me.
Oh, Mary Jane. I thought it was Mr. Mooney. I wanted him to think I was working.
Yeah, well, you'll never fool him that way.
Why not?
You haven't got any paper in the typewriter. Hey, did you see this afternoon's paper?
No, why?
Stacy's department store is having a big sale.
Really? Oh, wow. They're really having a sale.
Everything's more than half off.
Yeah, half off. That bikini on that model looks it. Oh, that is a beauty. I'd love to have that bikini.
Oh, Lucy, would you wear a bikini like that on a public beach?
No, but I'd hang it on my clothesline. That ought to get me some action. Gee, everything's on sale. Appliances, clothes, furniture. Uh-oh.
What?
The sale is for one day only, tomorrow.
So?
So I have to work tomorrow.
Well, so do I, but I'm going to tell my boss I've got a toothache. Why don't you tell Mr. Mooney you have to go to the dentist?
No. I tried that a few times, and Mr. Mooney always insists on going to the dentist with me.
You're kidding.
Yeah? Yep, so far I've had 3 perfectly good teeth pulled. If I do it anymore, I won't have a tooth in my head.
Well, why don't you tell him you've got the mumps?
Oh, no. I've told him I'm sick too often. He just never believed me.
He'd believe you if he saw you getting sick.
What do you mean?
While you're working this afternoon, act sick. You know, moan, groan, cry a little.
Well, that won't work. I do that every week when he gives me my salary.
But, Lucy, if he sees you getting sick right here in this office, he'll insist that you go home.
Well, now, Mr. Mooney, he's not easy to fool.
He's a man, isn't he?
Yeah?
Well, then he's easy to fool. If you play it smart, you see, you don't say you're sick. You just act sick. And then when he suggests you go home, you refuse.
Refuse?
Then when you refuse to go home, he'll insist you go home.
He'll insist?
Believe me, when Mr. Mooney sees you suffering, he's got to sympathize with you. After all, he's human.
Let's not make any snap judgments.
Well, it's worth a try.
All right. I'll give it a try. I really would love to go shopping. You know I need a new refrigerator.
What's the matter with the one you got?
Well, you know, it has a capacity of 14 cubic feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got 1 foot of food and 13 feet of frost. Everything frosts up.
Everything?
Yeah, tonight for dinner I'm having a spaghetti popsicle.
Oh.
Would you like to join me?
See you later.
Okay.
Bright and early now.
If I can fool Mr. Mooney.
Don't worry. It'll work. Do what I said.
All right.
Mr. Wilson and Russ.
Yes, sir. Wilson and Russ.
Gentlemen, regarding your inquiry of the 15th, I think the loan can be... Did you say something, Mrs. Carmichael?
No, sir.
No. I think the loan can be arranged on the following terms. We will have the... Miss Carmichael, are you all right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where was I? Oh, following term. The principal will be paid over a period of 20 years. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yes, yes. I feel fine.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd like to rest for a while.
Oh, no. No, sir. There's work to be done.
Oh, all right, then let's get on with it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Payments will be made semi-annually on the 1st of January and on the 1st of July each year. Mrs. Carmichael, are you in pain? Is it constant pain?
No, only when I breathe.
Well, maybe you'd like to go home.
Oh, no. No, I'd rather stay. Let's just keep on working. I feel much better when I'm working. It takes my mind off the pain.
Oh, now, are you quite sure you want to continue working?
Oh, yes, sir. I'll be all right.
Oh, all right. Where was I? 15th January. Oh, yes. Should a payment be missed, there will be a forfeiture penalty.
I can't hold the pencil.
What's the matter with it? What's the matter with it?
It's having a spasm.
Mrs. Carmichael, you are ill.
Oh.
Let me feel your forehead. No fever, no. Let me see your tongue. Looks all right. Let me look at those eyes. Oh.
I hope whatever it is isn't contagious. Well, let's continue with the dictation. I'll write with my left hand.
Miss Carmichael, please, go home.
No, I want to stay. I want to stay. I want to work. I want to work. I want to work.
Mrs. Carmichael, I think you ought to go home.
No, I want to stay. I want to stay.
Mrs. Carmichael, I insist that you go home.
Oh, well, if you insist. Thank you very much, Mr. Mooney.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it. And if you don't feel well tomorrow, don't come back to work.
No, I won't. I won't.
Now, remember, this is our biggest sale, and this is the 0 hour. I hope you're all prepared for what's coming. Remember, those are customers out there, and they outnumber us by more than 50 to 1. And I can assure you they will show us no mercy. Good luck, everybody. To your post, to your post. They're here, they're here.
Oh, I haven't been mauled and crushed like that since my first blind date in high school. Good heavens. Come on over here. Look, the Jiffy automatic stove. Set the timer and it turns itself on and off. How do you like that? You don't even have to be home to burn your dinner.
Boy, cooking is so easy now. They've got instant cream, instant coffee, instant milk, instant this, instant that.
Yeah, everything but instant money to pay for it. Oh, boy.
Oh, hey, I see the juicers I want over here.
What?
The orange juicer.
What's so funny?
Come here, look. Look at the name and the slogan. Little Squeeze Orange Juicer. Men, make your wife happy. Give her a little squeeze in the kitchen.
You get your little squeeze. I'm going to look around.
Okay. Oh, miss.
did you break that dish?
Well, I'm sorry, but it said try our unbreakable dishes, so I just picked them up and I just tapped.
You did it again.
Well, for heaven's sake, why does it say unbreakable when they're breakable?
Those are unbreakable. These are imported china.
Unbreakable.
You should know.
These are the unbreakable?
Guaranteed. Madam, there are 59 different departments in this store. Why did you have to come to this one? Never mind. Now, just what kind of dishes do you want?
Well, I don't want any dishes.
You don't want dishes.
No, I came in here to buy a refrigerator.
The refrigerators are over there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Don't touch that!
Why
Because you are liable to break it. If you're interested in this model, I will demonstrate it for you.
not? Thank you.
Now, this is the freezer unit with the automatic ice maker. Yes. And the vegetable crisper, latest design. So's the meat freshener. Shelves slide in and out easily. It has a 5-year guarantee, and it comes at the amazingly low sale price of only $299.99.
$299.99.
Yes. Is Madam interested in making a purchase?
Well, Madam is, but Madam's budget isn't. I'll have to think it over. May I have your card in case I decide on anything?
Very well.
Thank you.
Hi.
Oh, did you get your squeezer?
Yeah, did you find a refrigerator you like?
Yeah, I found one I like. But it's $299.99.
Oh, that's a lot of money, but isn't that beautiful,
Yeah,
Lucy?
and it's got all the newest gadgets.
Yeah.
Look. Look. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr.
Give me back my car! I don't want you to even know my name.
I've got to know your name in case I decide to buy a refrigerator. I won't know whom to ask for.
Good. Please, madam, just don't buy a refrigerator.
Why?
Eat warm food. Go to another department.
I don't...
Please, go.
It's so emotional. No wonder they're having a sale. Everything's broken. I didn't do anything.
I was whether she didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
What did I do?
You just became our customer of the year.
I did.
You're a very lucky lady.
Really?
You're the 10 millionth customer to enter this department. And you've just received a great many valuable gifts.
What did I get?
Well, you got a set of golf clubs,
Golf clubs?
a set of luggage,
Oh.
a washing machine, a dryer, a dishwasher, a color television set,
Oh, for heaven's sake, color television set.
and
Oh.
this beautiful refrigerator completely stocked with food.
A refrigerator, that's what I came in here
That's
to buy.
what you came in to buy,
That's
a
the one thing that I
refrigerator.
wanted to... And
You're
I
a
wanted
very
all this-
lucky lady.
Oh, I certainly am. Nothing like this ever happened to me. Oh, and you're lucky too, Mary Jane.
I am?
I'm going to give the color TV set to you.
You're going to give it to me?
Yes, but we'll keep it in my apartment. Yeah, then you can come down and watch it anytime you want, and you can eat from my completely stocked refrigerator.
Would you please give me your name and address?
Yes, Lucille Carmichael. Oh, where do I live? Gower Street, Glen Hall Apartments. Yes, 780 North Gower Street, Hollywood.
And you're a housewife.
I am? Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Yes. I do take care of my apartment, but I work during the day at the Westland Bank.
A very fine bank.
Oh, the best bank in town. You may quote me.
Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes?
our photographer is here.
Your photographer?
Would you mind having your picture taken while
Oh.
I congratulate you?
Oh, I didn't expect to have my picture taken
Lucy.
today. Well, my hair must be a mess. Good heavens, that bulb is so bright, all I can see is a big blue blob.
Thank you and congratulations again.
Well, thank you.
Your prizes will be delivered in a few days.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you very much.
And remember to buy tomorrow's newspaper. Your picture will be in it and a story all about you.
Oh, really? Oh, I want to tell you, it's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Oh,
Thank you.
Lucy, your picture's going to be in the paper.
Gee, I'll be famous. Everybody will see my picture. Mr. Mooney will be so proud. And when I... Mr. Mooney,
no.
if Mr. Mooney sees my picture in the paper, he'll know I wasn't sick.
Or maybe you'll get lucky and he won't read the paper.
No chance. He reads it every morning the minute he gets in the office.
Well, you've got to stop him from reading that paper.
I know what I'll do. I'll hide his glasses.
Good idea.
No, it isn't. He doesn't wear glasses. I know. I'll get to the office before he does and get rid of the paper.
Oh, would you want me to call you and wake you up?
Don't worry about it. I'll be awake all night. If he sees that paper, he'll kill me.
Lucy, the most he can do is fire you.
I know, Mr. Mooney. He'll kill me and then fire me. Forgive me, George. It isn't exactly a lie. George! Mr. Mooney's office? Oh. Hi, Mary Jane. Yes, I just hit it. No, he's not here yet. Well, thanks. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I thought it was a nice picture. What wrinkle? That wasn't a wrinkle. Your paper was creased. I better hang up. I hear him coming.
Well,
Oh, good morning, Mr. Mooney.
good morning, Mrs. Carmichael. You know, you didn't have to come to work if you're ill.
Oh, well, I'm not sick anymore.
Well, there must be something the matter with you. You're early.
No, I'm fine. I just figured as long as I was off yesterday, I should come in early today and catch up on all my work.
Well, that's very commendable. Very commendable. What was the matter with you?
I don't know, but I'm all right now.
Good. Good. Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes, Mr. Mooney?
where's my newspaper?
Where's your newspaper?
It isn't here.
It isn't here.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Was your mother frightened by a parrot? Now stop repeating everything I say and help me find my newspaper.
Well,
Please.
why don't you forget about your newspaper and let's just get to work?
No, I just don't feel right unless I read my morning newspaper. I want to know what's going on in the world.
Well, I'll tell you. The temperature's up, the stock market is down, and little orphan Annie's lost again.
Mrs. Carmichael, will you stop being facetious and go out and buy me a newspaper?
Oh, yes, sir. There are a lot of newspapers. Yeah, Mr. Mooney, you know you read too much anyway.
What?
Yeah, you're always reading. You know, the bank reports, the stock market charts, and the fine print in the mortgage papers, and you're just straining your eyes. They're all bloodshot.
My eyes are not bloodshot.
How can you tell? You're seeing them from the inside.
Mrs. Carmichael, I am
I'm doing this for your own good, Mr. Mooney. Really, you do. You work too hard. Rest your eyes for a change. It'll do you good.
Well, maybe you're right. You know, I have been getting headaches lately.
I know. You've been getting headaches ever since I came to work for you.
Oh, true.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I don't think that
Mrs.
they all...
Carmichael, I appreciate your concern. All right, I'll skip the newspaper this morning.
Good.
Now, can we get to work?
Yes, sir.
Lucy,
Oh, hello, Laurie.
this picture of you is just wonderful.
Goodbye, Laurie.
The prizes you won.
Yeah, goodbye, Laurie.
Just a moment. What picture of you?
Oh, it's nothing. Laurie was just going, weren't you, Laurie? Goodbye.
She's going, but the papers say. Westland Bank employee wins fabulous prizes.
Yeah, that's not my picture. Really, Mr. Mooney. See, I got red hair. Her hair is black.
So you were sick yesterday. Answer me! Were you sick?
No, but I am now.
And you played me for a sucker.
No, I...
And that act you put on pretending to be sick. Oh, my hand. I got on the bed. Please, I want to stay. I want to work. And like a fool, I let you get away with it.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Sorry
Mooney.
isn't enough. To begin with, you will not be paid for yesterday. And the only reason I don't fire you is because I'm such a sweet guy.
You're a sweet guy.
Yes. Now you get to work. And I don't want to hear another word about your sneaky endeavors.
Yes, sir.
Mooney!
Oh, sir.
Congratulations, old boy. You did it again.
Thank you, Mr. Cheever, sir. What did I do?
Oh, playing it sly, huh? Little modest, huh? Westland Bank employee wins fabulous prizes. Oh, I tell you, this story about your secretary in the newspapers is the most wonderful publicity. And we appreciate it. That's good public relations. And it only happened because you were thoughtful enough to allow Mrs. Carmichael to take off, to go shopping.
That's because he's such a sweet guy.
He certainly is.
Oh, shucks.
But he is not the only one that can be sweet. Now, in order to show our appreciation, the bank is going to give you 1 full week's salary as a bonus.
A full week's salary?
That's right. And I'm sure you will want to show your appreciation by giving Mrs. Carmichael a week's salary out of that bonus.
Of course, sir.
Yes. Mooney, I am proud of you. Keep up the good work.
salary for me. Thank you, Mr. Mooney.
A half-week's salary.
Mr. Cheever just said that you should give me a whole week's salary.
I don't care what he said. And one more word out of you, and you won't get a red cent.
And you're supposed to be such a sweet guy.
I am a sweet guy, and don't you forget it!
The Lucy Show. The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Good morning. Do you have the mail?
Well, I certainly have, right here.
I've been waiting for it, you know. You're late. You're late.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Open this one. It looks important.
Yes,
Better
sir.
open that one, too. Why you can't get here on time, I'll never know.
Oh, I'm
always
sorry,
here on
Mr.
time.
Mooney.
I'm never late. Not me.
Not that late,
I'm
Mr.
here
Mooney.
right on the spot all the time. I wonder...
Wow!
Wow, what?
This letter's from Mr. Cheever.
Oh, Mr. Cheever, huh? Oh, does he want to know how I'm handling things here while he's back east?
No.
No.
No, listen to this. Dear Mooney, Monsieur Jacques Dupre will arrive in Los Angeles on Monday, and I have suggested that he visit you in your office. He's coming here. He's coming right here. His company is scheduled to produce pictures in Hollywood. I am most hopeful you can land the account. Yours truly, Mr. Cheever. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to accommodate him.
Are you a fan of his, too?
As long as he is president of this bank, I will be a fan of Mr. Cheever's.
I meant, are you a fan of Jacques Dupre?
Who is Jacques Dupre?
Who is Jacques Dupre? Why, he's one of the most famous movie stars in France.
Well, when is this movie star coming?
He arrives on Monday. That's today.
Oh.
He might be here any minute.
Oh, yes, any minute. We'll pick up the letters. The place looks like
yes,
a mess.
yes,
For
yes.
heaven's sake, I want to make a good impression.
Yes.
All right, hurry up. Come in. Bonjour, 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 bonjour.
It's Jacques Dupre.
Down, Mrs. Carmichael, down.
Monsieur Mooney?
Oui, je suis très enchanté de vous voir.
What did he say?
I think it's French.
Does he speak English?
Well, of course I do.
Oh, good, so do I.
Oh,
Me too.
Mrs. Carmichael, my secretary.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm very happy to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, I have two of them.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Dupre?
Oh, thank you.
Let go of it. Mrs. Carmichael is such a big fan. She gets carried away.
Oh, I am flattered.
Yeah. Mr. Chiba wrote me a letter and told me, will you go and sit down? Mr. Chiba told me you might be interested in the services of our bank.
That's right.
Well, wonderful. I can assure you that all of our facilities are at your command.
Yeah.
I'll handle this. Now, what can I do for you?
I have a few checks drawn on my bank in France, and I wonder if you would cash them for me.
Well, I'll take care of the matter immediately. Yes, indeed. It'll
Thank
be
you.
a pleasure. Mrs. Carmichael?
Yes, sir.
Perhaps Mr. Dupre might like to look at a magazine while I'm gone?
Oh,
Oh, I must say it's a great pleasure having you here in my office.
thank you, Mr. Mooney.
I was talking to him.
Mr. Dupre, I have a fan magazine here, and it has a picture of you in it. Would you give me your autograph, please?
Oh, I'd be delighted to.
Here's a pen.
Now, your name is Mrs. Carmichael?
Oh, would you make it out to Lucy?
Oh, well, let's say, how about if I write warmest regards to Lucy,
Fine.
whose irresistible charm and intoxicating beauty incites the hearts of men to overflow with a romantic inclination.
Oh! Oh, that's lovely. Oh, would you write it in French? I want to show it to my mother.
Oh, is your mother French?
No, she's old-fashioned Irish. That's why you better write it. Oh, you know something? I saw you 3 times in Kisses at Dawn.
Oh, did you like the picture?
Oh, yes, I just loved it. But you know something? I was absolutely terrified at the scene where the lion tamer got sick and you had to take his place.
Oh, yes, that was an exciting scene, huh?
Was it a real lion?
Of course.
Weren't you scared?
No, because you see, before the lion was brought into the cage, the director insisted on using tranquilizers.
Tranquilizers? Oh, they doped the lion.
No, me.
Oh, well, I still think they were crazy putting a big star like you in a cage with a real lion.
Oh, no, you see, because the lion tamer told me what to do.
Whoa, what'd he say?
Yes, well, you see, I had a whip.
Uh-huh.
See? And I had a chair.
Oh.
See? Now, the idea is to confuse the lion.
Oh,
You see?
really?
Yes. Now, you do that by yelling.
Oh.
And by cracking the whip to distract him.
Oh.
Like this.
Oh, yes, I've
Now,
seen them.
yeah. Now, when the lion raises his paw,
Uh-huh.
you raise the chair to block off his vision.
Oh.
You see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now, take your hand and paw at me.
Oh, you mean make like a lion?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, go.
Oh, Monsieur Dupre. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Please accept my apologies. Oh, I knew that one day this teenage senior citizen would flip.
No, monsieur, it's not her fault. No. I was just explaining to her how I once played the role of a lion tamer in a motion picture.
You see?
Oh, here's your money, Mr. Dupre.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
Oh, thank you. Well, let's get down to business, shall we, Mr. Dupre? Mr. Chiba tells me that your company is going to make a picture here in Hollywood.
That's right.
Well, our bank has had a lot of experience in that field. I'm sure you'd be more than satisfied with our services.
I'd be quite interested.
Wonderful. Then all we need from you is a formal letter of agreement, and we can close the deal right now.
Fine, but I must go back to my hotel right now. I'm expecting a few calls from Europe.
Oh.
But perhaps you could send a secretary to my hotel and I could dictate the agreement.
Yes, indeed. Of course I could, and I have just the girl for you.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, you're a doll.
Not you.
I could go over on my lunch hour.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael,
But, Mr. Mooney, it's my lunch hour, and I'm really a very fine secretary, Mr. Dupre.
Well, I'd be delighted to have Mrs. Carmichael.
See?
Well, of course, anything you say, Mr. Dupre.
Well, I hope it's not unfair to ask you to come on your lunch hour and work at the hotel with me.
It is my pleasure.
You are so nice.
Oh.
You are so generous. I don't know what to say.
I just hope you won't be saying, Yankee, go home.
Mr. Dupre, what hotel are you staying at?
At the Plaza Royale.
The Plaza Royale. I'll be there 12:30.
Good. And while we are working, I will order some lunch.
Oh, some lunch with you? Oh, how wonderful.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure, sir, I assure you.
Thank you.
Arrivederci.
So long.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, hasn't this been a morning?
Yes, and before it's completely shut, let's get to answering the mail, shall we?
Well, can't we do it this afternoon? I have to get over to the hotel.
You're not due there until 12:30.
Well, I have to go home first.
Why?
Well, I don't want him to see me like this.
Back to your death.
Mr. Mooney, I want to go home. Change my
That's right. We've been in production in about 10 days. Fine. Bye.
I'm sorry I'm a little late.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Oh. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you. I like to be comfortable when I work, so I just ran home and tossed on this little old thing.
You're very chic.
Thank you.
Please, come in. Sit down.
Oh.
I will order some lunch.
Oh, are you sure you wouldn't rather get some work done first?
No, I have a better idea. First, we're going to have some champagne.
Champagne? Well.
Chateau Bergerac,
Oh.
1959.
59. Oh, that was a very good year. But what about our work?
Oh, it will still be here. That's one thing about work. It never runs away.
Touché.
You speak French.
Well, I do, don't I?
Here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My, I work for a lot of people, but I've never had a job that you drank champagne on.
Well, a secretary as charming as you invites hospitality.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good?
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh.
Gee, when I saw you in the movies, I never dreamed that I'd be sitting here with you, drinking champagne and talking French.
C'est la vie.
Pardon?
C'est la vie.
Oh, hinky-dinky parley-vous. I was thirsty. That sure beats a coffee break.
Well, I am glad that you are enjoying yourself. Here.
Mercy.
You mean to say merci?
No, I meant mercy. I know what this stuff can do to you.
Touché.
Oh, thank you. That's the first time anyone ever toucheed me.
You know that you have a delightful sense of humor?
Yes, I know.
À votre santé. À votre santé.
Mademoiselle from Armentières. Monsieur Dupre, I don't think I better have any more champagne. We do have work to do.
Oh. Would you rather I dictate Mr. Mooney's letter before we have lunch?
Yes. Yes, I think so. I believe I've wasted enough of your time.
Oh. A fascinating woman is never a waste of time.
Me? Fascinating? Oh,
No, really, I find you very, very attractive.
On the little bit you've had to drink?
Lucy,
What?
you know something?
What?
You are such a delightful little pixie.
Oh. You know what I like about you?
What?
You sure know how to treat help. Oh, and I do dig these crazy fringe benefits. But we better get started with our work.
All right.
Whatever you're going to do. I'm ready.
Let's see, we'll start.
Oh. I beg your pardon.
Let's see.
Oh my, I have really got... I got them. I've got the hiccups. Oh, I'm terribly embarrassed. Oh, but I know how to get rid of them. Let's see now. They said take 10, 15 swallows of something and hold your nose. Yeah, that was it. There. That ought to do it. Where are you? Oh.
You feel better?
I feel fine.
Good. All right, let's get on with the dictation, huh?
All righty.
All right, address the letter to your boss. Dear sir. The following is a letter of agreement
Monsieur
between
Dupre,
Yes?
did you say address this letter to my boss?
Yes.
What's his name?
Mr. Mooney.
That's right. That's right.
The following
How
is...
can you remember that with all I've had to drink? Huh?
All right. The following is a letter of agreement between the Dupre Production Company and...
I don't know what's the matter. I can't believe this.
Well, what is it?
This has never happened before. My ballpoint pen has never failed me before.
You've got it upside down.
So I have.
Are you ready?
For what?
I think you better have some black coffee.
Black coffee?
It will make you feel better.
I am perfectly all right. I assure you I'm doing my job. I am a very competent secretary.
Yeah, of course you are. But if you are going to try to take dictation, I think better you should have some black coffee.
I don't need any black coffee. I'll be all right if you'll just hold the room still. Darling, Je ne sais pas what to do. You know what? I've never been on such a big boat before.
Boat?
Yeah, what time do you sail?
Sail?
You know, the last time I saw somebody off, I wound up in Catalina. I better get off here before they pull up the gangplank. Bon voyage!
What about the letter?
The letter? Yes, the letter.
Yes.
Don't forget to write. Darling, je vous aime beaucoup. Je ne sais pas Scooby-Doo.
Mr. Cheever, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Well, that's the jet age for you.
Oh, yes, yes.
Now, tell me, did you get my letter regarding Monsieur Dupre?
Oh, yes, I did. And he was in my office this morning.
Well, I hope you made a good impression upon him. This could be the biggest deal of the year.
Oh, yes, I think I did, sir. As a matter of fact, my secretary is over at his hotel right now getting a letter of agreement. And when she gets back with that letter, the deal is in the bag.
Oh, that's fine. Good boy. I knew I could count on you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
How about a cigar?
Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, hi, Mr. Mooney. Mr. Cheever. Hi, Bank. Hi, world.
I think she's high.
Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes?
I trust you kept your appointment with Mr. Dupre.
I sure did.
Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes?
you have been drinking.
No. Only a little champagne. It was 1959. And it was a very good year.
Mooney, if she has caused any embarrassment with Monsieur Dupre, I am going to hold you responsible.
Monsieur Dupre said that I was very charming company.
Well, never mind that. Just give me the letter. Give me the letter.
What letter?
What letter?
I asked you first.
I sent you to get a letter of agreement.
Oh, that letter. I didn't get it.
A fine way to lose an important client. Mooney, we'll discuss this in my office at once. I'll be waiting for you.
Now you see what you've done?
Well, you didn't give me a chance to explain.
The only thing I will give you is a little pink slip to go with your little pink eyes.
What do you mean by that?
You are fired!
Oh, Mr. Mooney!
Now you start cleaning out your desk, and by the time I get back, you had better be gone!
When I get back, you had better be gone. I'll be gone, all right. We should have gotten out of here a long time ago. You have to ask me twice. I can get along without you, you know. I'll collect my unemployment insurance. Be the first time I got a raise in 2 years. Oh, Mr. Dupre.
I was worried about you after you jumped ship.
Oh.
Yes, we have a little unfinished business, haven't we?
Oh?
Yes. Here's the letter.
Oh, that letter.
Great thing I've ever come across in my life. Think of it, enslaving my fingers to the bone.
And another thing, do not expect a letter of reference. Just pack up and go.
Mr. Dupre! Oh, Mr. Dupre!
I dropped in to give Mrs. Carmichael the letter of agreement.
Oh, the letter. Yeah, we got it. Well, Monsieur Dupre, I am delighted. Sir, how would you like to have lunch with Mr. Mooney and me?
Well, I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I already have an engagement lunch with Mrs. Carmichael. Mrs. Carmichael?
Oh.
But remember, no more champagne.
Oh, of course not. You've had too much already. Mr. Mooney, while I'm gone, would you tidy up my desk?
You heard her. Tidy up her desk.
Darling, je vous aime beaucoup. Je ne sais pas Scooby-Doo.
The Lucy Show. Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Always late, always. Do about that. Late. What's your excuse this time? All right, Mrs. Carmichael, you might as well answer. I know you're there.
You must have eyes in the back of your head.
Maybe I do. And wouldn't we make a peach of a pair if you had a head in back of your eye?
Really, Mr. Mooney?
Mrs. Carmichael, how are you at imitations?
Imitations? Oh, pretty good, I guess.
Fine. Then imitate a secretary and look busy. And snap to it.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cheever said he'd be in a few moments on a matter of great importance.
Oh.
Oh, I hope I haven't done anything wrong. Cheever just gets so upset.
Mr. Mooney.
What?
Are you afraid of Mr. Cheever?
Me afraid of Mr. Cheever?
Yeah.
Well, of course not. How could you ask such a thing?
Well, I just thought...
I kowtow to nobody.
No, sir, yeah.
Nobody. Mooney? Oh, Mr. Cheever, sir. Oh, it's nice to see you. How are you, sir? How do you feel? Oh, you're looking for... Hey, won't you, sir, down sit? Hey, won't you sit down, sir? No, sir. No, I mean, yes, sir. Yeah.
Mooney, I have a young nephew, Thomas Cheever.
Oh.
He starts work at the bank today.
Oh, splendid, sir. Shall we say that a small acorn has fallen from the mighty oak?
That's good phrasing, Mooney. But unfortunately, in this case, the acorn is a real nut.
Oh?
He doesn't want to become a banker.
He doesn't want to become a banker.
He wants to go into show business.
Oh, the shame of it. Oh, my condolences, sir.
Oh, it's a sad state of affairs.
Well, gee, Mr. Cheever, you can't blame a young fella for wanting to get into something that's a little more fun.
More fun than banking?
I just meant something like auditing or accounting.
Those are both worthy. but hardly the excitement of banking.
Oh, true, true.
Now, Mooney, I'm turning this irresponsible lad over to you. You have sole responsibility for him.
Mr. Cheever, sir, I shall mold him in my own image.
Well, I had hoped that we could set our sights a little higher. However, I'll bring him in now.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, and Mrs. Carmichael,
Yes,
I would
sir.
appreciate any help on your part to guide this boy.
Yes, sir. I assure you I will give him the benefit of all my experience and knowledge of the banking profession.
Come here. Us? Now, Thomas, my boy, this is Mr. Mooney.
How do you do, sir?
Welcome aboard, my boy. And this is Mr. Mooney's secretary, Mrs. Carmichael.
Very nice meeting you.
Hi, Tom.
Now, as you know, from this moment on, you will take your orders from Mr. Mooney.
I'd rather take my orders from Mrs. Carmichael.
Watch it, boy.
Yeah, watch it, boy.
There is no place in banking for levity.
I'm sorry, Uncle Windy.
Now, Thomas, remember one thing. At the bank, I am known as Mr. Cheever.
Oh, yes, Uncle Windy. Oh, I mean, yes, sir.
Windy is a diminutive of my middle name, Winfield.
Oh, I thought it was because you're always so... A very distinguished name, Winfield.
I want you to start the indoctrination immediately.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, young man, what phase of the banking business interests you?
Well, I've always got a kick out of cashing checks.
Enough of that. Now, Thomas, you are just an employee here. You are to receive no special consideration, no favoritism whatsoever.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mooney, do you understand?
Oh, yes.
At this bank, he is not my nephew.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, take over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, now, young Cheever, you and I will have a little talk.
Yes, sir.
Now, take your seat. Here we are. Now, despite the fact that your uncle owns the bank, you will be shown no special consideration. Is that clear?
Oh, yes, sir.
And another thing, do not Are you comfy?
My legs.
Good, good. Now, don't expect any personal privileges. You will be treated just like any other employee.
Well, that's the only way I'd want it, sir.
And that's the way it's going to be. Just another member of the crew getting no special attention. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, you heard what I just said. I trust that you will cooperate.
Oh, absolutely. No special attention.
Right.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, I think his light is going out.
Oh, forgive me.
Hi, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, hi, Tommy. Come on in. Pull up a chair. Or should I get Mr. Mooney to do it for you?
No, that's all right. I majored in chair sitting in kindergarten.
Well, Tommy, how do you like being a banker?
No, I don't know. I think it's real bad casting for anyone with acting ambitions.
Yeah. You know, Tommy, Hollywood is filled with people who think they're actors. Even me.
You?
Yeah. When I first came out here, I wanted to be an actress.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Took me a long time to realize that I just did not have it.
Well, everybody can't be another Annette Funicello.
Well, that's true. You know, you have one thing going for you in the banking business that you don't in show business.
What's that?
An uncle who owns the joint.
Can't argue with that.
Hey, you want a bottle of pop? I have some lemon and strawberry.
I'll have lemon.
Let's see, that's under C.
C for lemon?
Yeah, call lemon. Oh, that's one of my favorite numbers.
No kidding. That's one of my favorite songs, too.
Really?
Yeah, especially that arrangement.
Yeah.
There's a kind of walk you walk when the world's undone you. There's a kind of walk you walk when you're walking proud. For there's a kind of walk you walk when the neighbors shun you. There's a kind of walk you walk sets you above the crowd. There's a kind of walk you walk when somebody loves you. That's very much like a walking on a cloud. A good fortune found you, Chappie, and your heart's a happy Valentine. When you're walking happy, don't the bloomin' world seem fine? So you had best believe it, Chappie. You'll find that life is finger snappy. The day you learn that walking happy gives the world a shine. So just keep walking. Go and keep on walking. Just keep walking. Happy with your hand in mine.
Tommy, what a voice. You are sensational. You didn't tell me you could sing.
Well, I never thought my voice was any more than average.
Well, now, if that is an average voice, Elizabeth Taylor is an average housewife. You have got talent. I can't believe... Mr. Mooney, we have got to get Tommy out of here.
What?
He should not be wasted in a bank. He should be in show business.
Mrs. Carmichael, wash your mouth out with soap. Now, my boy, forget show business. Your uncle has your best interest at heart.
I appreciate that, sir, but if Mrs. Carmichael thinks...
Oh, well, there goes your argument right there. Mrs. Carmichael does not think.
Mr. Mooney, I'm willing to forgive all the nasty things you say about me if you will just listen to Tommy sing. Now, please, please.
All right. No one has ever accused me of having a closed mind. Very well. Go ahead. Sing.
There's a kind of walk...
That's enough. You'll never make it.
Well, some audition. Dizzy Gillespie would have had a better chance with Lawrence Welk.
Mrs. Carmichael, if you so much as mention show business in front of this young man again, I will have you dunked in gold, sent to Fort Knox, sliced into ingots of bullion, and then I shall take great joy in personally firing you ingot by ingot.
Ingot by ingot. Who's he think he is, Goldfinger?
Mrs. Carmichael, look, I really appreciate your interest, but I don't want you getting into trouble.
Oh, who needs this job? I'm getting my Social Security in another 40 years. Anyway, I think you're so good, I'm willing to take the risk.
Oh, thanks, but I don't think that it's...
Tommy, you know what? We got to get you an audition.
An audition?
Yeah. And why not go right to the top? Nelson Penrose.
Nelson Penrose? The movie producer?
Yeah.
You know him?
Well, practically. A friend of mine is secretary to one of his secretaries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the closest I ever came was meeting the gatekeeper's brother-in-law.
Yeah, well, Mary Jane, my friend, knows him, and she'd be very glad to do me a favor.
How will I ever be able to thank you?
Oh, that's all right. Don't you even think about that. Of course, when you get to be a big star, if you ever need a leading lady, bit player, an extra. Okay, I'll be president of your Fort Knox fan club.
What a good dinner.
Thank you.
The lobster was delicious. Where'd you get them?
I had them flown in from Maine.
Oh, it must have cost a fortune.
A whole week's salary. They refused to fly family plan.
Well, let's get to the dishes.
Oh, no, you don't. You're my guest. I'll do the dishes later. Well, after all, you put in a hard day at the studio, and I want you to just sit and relax, and we'll talk.
Lucy, I get the feeling you're about to ask me for a favor.
A favor? Now, when did I ever ask you for a favor?
Well, let's see. Tuesday, you borrowed $5. Wednesday, I went shopping for you. Thursday, I picked up your laundry. Friday, you borrowed my car, and that's my dress you're wearing. You've had it for over 2 weeks.
What about the green dress I loaned you last month?
That was my green dress, and you were returning it.
Oh, you got a memory like an elephant. And an appetite to match.
Okay, what's the favor?
Mr. Cheever's nephew down at the bank has the greatest voice you have ever heard. He is just sensational. He sings up a storm. He's a natural personality and everything. And you've just got to arrange an audition for him with Mr. Penrose.
An audition for Mr. Lucy, you didn't have to go to all this trouble for that. All you had to do was just ask me.
You'll do it?
No.
No?
No.
Well, fine friend you are.
Honey, I would be thrown right out of the office if I even mentioned audition to Mr. Penrose. He never auditions anybody.
What do you mean he never auditions anyone? I've seen his pictures. He's always bringing out new talent.
Well, true, but you can't bring people to him. He likes to go out and discover talent himself.
Oh, he's his own talent scout, huh?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe where he finds some of his stars.
Where?
Car washes, laundries, bowling alleys. One was a hostess on a live bait boat.
A live bait boat.
In fact, last month when Mr. Penrose got hit by a truck, instead of suing the driver, he signed him up.
Hey, Tommy's got a car. Where does Penrose do his walking?
No.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you know where Mr. Penrose is going to find his next star?
Where?
In our bank.
Your bank?
Yes. Now, let's see. How am I going to get Mr. Penrose over to the bank? He's a client, but he doesn't come in very often. I know. I'll call him and tell him somebody forged his name on a check. And then he'll have to come in to verify the signature.
Yeah? And then what?
Well, I'll have Tommy ready to audition for him. I'll get some of the people at the bank to help me.
Yeah?
And then Penrose will discover Tommy. Tommy will be signed for pictures, and I will be president of the Fort Knox fan club. Never mind, it'll work.
Lucy, you've got the most conniving mind west of the Mississippi. And I'm proud to be your friend.
Well, thank you. Would you like to prove that?
Sure, what do you want me to do?
The dishes. What do you think you are, company? Come on now. Tommy, I don't know what's keeping Mr. Penrose. He should have been here by now.
Oh, I hope he shows up.
Well, so do I before Mr. Mooney gets back from that wild goose chase I sent him on. Well, go on, you get back to the window.
The
Good morning, Mr. Penrose. We've been expecting you.
What's all this nonsense about a forged check?
Well, we think it's forged, sir, and we just need you to personally verify the signature.
Young lady, I'm a very busy man. My studio comes to a complete standstill without me.
Yes, sir.
May I have the check?
Well, that handsome young man right over there at window 1 has it.
Young man,
Oh, Mr. Penrose.
can I see that check?
Oh, yes, the check, sir.
That is not my signature.
That's exactly what we thought, sir. Because...
We looked it over, now we're in clover, 'cause we didn't cash the check. The P was too wobbly, the E was too small, the N was too loopy, the R, it was tall. So please don't be nervous, we give great service, we won't let it happen again. We'll find this forger, and believe me, by Georgia, we'll get him in the end. He won't have a friend, and he won't need a pen in the pen.
Do you always serenade the bank's customers like this?
Do I always serenade the bank's customers like this?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Only the bank's most important customers.
Young man, you have a fine voice and a very nice manner about you. Have you ever thought of going into show business?
Me? In show business?
Oh, Mr. Penrose, whatever would make you think that a brilliant young banker would ever want to become a movie star? He'd never consider it.
He'd start at $1,000 a week.
He'd consider it.
Son, do you know any other numbers?
Does he know any other numbers? Oh, Mr. Penrose, you just sit down and relax and listen to this boy.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
When the feeling hits you.
Get you.
Oh, well, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
When it starts to get you.
Get you.
Clap your hands from the morning till night. The people make you holler, everything's all right. They say, oh, whoa, whoa, when the feeling hits you.
Feeling hits.
Yeah, you're gonna dance.
Go.
And you're gonna shout it.
Shout it.
Yeah, you're gonna dance.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt about it now.
About it.
Clap your hands from the morning till night. The people make you holler, everything's all right. They say, oh, whoa, whoa, when the feeling hits you.
It hits you.
Whoa, feeling in your soul. Just a little bit more, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
When the feeling hits you.
Hits you.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
When it starts to get you.
Get you.
Clap your hands from the morning till night. The people make you holler, everything's all right. They say, oh, whoa, whoa, when the feeling hits you.
Feeling hits.
Well, everybody say, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
oh, oh, oh. Whoa, feeling in your soul. The feeling's got you and it won't let go, yeah. Whoa, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Well, you're gonna know.
Well, you're gonna know.
When the feeling hits you.
Hits you.
Yeah, you're gonna know it now.
Well, you're gonna know.
When it starts to get you.
Get you.
Clap your hands from the morning till night. The people make you holler, everything's all right. They say, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, 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 you got that feeling. You got that feeling. When you clap your hands, you're gonna get that feeling from morning till night. Whoa.
business.
Show business?
Yes.
Mooney, you're fired. Mrs. Carmichael, you're fired. Tommy, you're fired.
Tommy, you're fired. Now you can accept Mr. Penrose's offer of $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week?
$1,000 a week?
$1,000 a week. And if anybody gets fired because of this, I'll never borrow another penny from this bank.
Sing, Tommy boy.
You heard your Uncle Wendy. Sing, Tommy boy.
Clap your hands from the morning till night. People make you holler, everything's all right. They say, oh, whoa, 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 ho, 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 ho. You got that feeling? Got that feeling? You got that feeling? Got that feeling? Clap your hands, gonna get that feeling from morning till night.
The Lucy Show. The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Great, Lucy. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Doris. You know, I don't get to see enough of you.
Oh, I know. It's been ages. Well,
Oh, pardon me, but I forgot to turn on the set, and I don't want to miss him.
Miss who?
Mr. Mooney.
Mr. Mooney?
Yeah.
How come he's appearing on television?
Well, it's a public service program, and Mr. Mooney is being interviewed.
Yippee. We're in for a real swinging evening. Lucy, do we have to watch him?
I do. There is an old Chinese proverb that says, when boss appears on television, secretary better watch, or next day, boss get new secretary.
Yeah, but we're missing the slimy monster from outer space. It's a wonderful horror picture.
Well, believe me, Mr. Mooney will be just as horrible.
Oh, there he is. Say, Mr. Mooney looks pretty good on television.
That's the slimy monster. I got the wrong channel. There it is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present our guest, Mr. Theodore J. Mooney. Good evening, Mr. Mooney.
Good evening. My topic for tonight's discussion is the value of education in the business world. I feel that education is all important in the business world. It made me what I am today.
Oh, come now. Don't blame that on education.
If I do say so myself, I have a well-rounded background.
That comes from sitting on his chair all day.
My advice to the youth of today is don't be a dropout. Education makes a better person of you. And speaking for myself, It gave me a greater understanding of human nature, which in turn made me thoughtful, compassionate, considerate, kind.
Good heavens, even the set couldn't take that balloon. Here, I wonder if I can fix it. Good morning, Mr. Mooney.
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael. Did you watch me last night on television?
Well, yes and no.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Well, sir, right in the middle of your speech, my picture tube blew out.
What a shame.
Yes.
Oh, you missed a very enlightening speech and a magnificent performance.
Oh.
It was one of the highlights of the TV season.
Well, I can hardly wait for the summer rerun.
It also made a great impression on Mr. Cheever, too.
Oh?
Oh, yes, it inspired him, in fact, to pass a new rule for the bank.
A new rule?
Oh, that reminds me, I have to dictate a memo on that. Please bring your book.
Yes, sir.
Let me see, I have it here.
I'm ready, sir.
Good. To all department heads, as per Mr. Cheever's instructions, it will immediately become the policy of this bank not to employ anyone who does not have a high school diploma.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, there is. When you something is All right, Mrs. Carmichael. Out with it. What is it?
Well, sir, would you believe that I never finished high school?
I'd believe you never finished nursery school. Are you trying to tell me that you didn't go to high school?
Oh, I went. I just didn't finish.
And you don't have a diploma?
No, sir.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, you're not going to fire me, are you?
Why, certainly not.
Oh, good.
Mr. Cheever will fire you.
Now, that's not fair. I was very close to getting my diploma. It was my senior year, and it was the final week, just time of examinations, and I got the measles. And then the next year, I just figured it was too late to go back to school.
When it comes to education, it is never too late.
Well,
if you had any ambition, you'd go back now.
Now? Oh, I'd feel ridiculous going back to high school now.
You'd feel even more ridiculous being unemployed now.
Oh, now, Mr. Mooney.
You heard me.
I can't go back to school at my age.
Oh, yes, you better. No diploma, no job.
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
No.
Pardon me, sir. The admissions office said to give this to the teacher.
That's Mr. Willick over there.
Oh, Mr. Willick?
Yes.
The admissions office said to give that to you.
Oh, thank you. You're going to be a student here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, just take a seat. Lucille.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry, Lucille. I should have told you that seat is broken.
Yes, sir. I found it out for myself.
Well, just find yourself another seat.
Yes, sir.
All right, class. You'll all open your books now to the chapter on equations.
It's all finished, sir.
Oh, thank you, John.
I'm sorry, but this is my seat.
Oh, forgive me. I had no idea. I just took the first one that I... Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me do it for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sorry. My name is Johnny Harris.
Oh, hello. I'm Lucy Carmichael.
Hi.
Hi. Nice.
I beg your pardon, but may I inquire as to exactly what is transpiring back there?
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I dropped my books, and Johnny picked them up for me, and I'll find another seat.
Yes, I wish you would.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, class, let's direct our attention to the problem up here on the board. If x is very difficult, please, so try to concentrate. Now, if x equals 3 plus the square root of 7, this must be a root of the equation x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Therefore, what are the values of b and c? Now, does anybody know the answer? Lucille? Well, what's the answer?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, why did you raise your hand?
Oh, it wasn't for that. Or has this changed since I was...
No, Lucille, that has not changed. You may be excused. Now...
Hi, Steve. How's it going?
Oh, the same old drag. But we did have some laughs in math class today.
I never found anything to laugh at in math.
Well, today we did. Some kooky red-headed dame came into class, and you won't believe this, but she was middle-aged.
Oh, you're putting me on. No middle-aged dame is going to go to high school.
Believe me, this one was middle-aged. Why, I bet she was almost 30.
Pardon me. Pardon me, is that seat taken?
No.
Thank you.
Class, we have a new student with us today. Will Lucille Carmichael please stand up? You're the new student?
Yes, ma'am. I've come back to school to get my diploma.
That's very commendable.
Thank you.
Class, we're going to study anatomy today. Oh, Lucille, did you ever take biology?
Biology? Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember skeletal construction?
You mean knowing how he's put together?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I think I remember that.
Well, good. Why don't you come up and show us what you remember about the assembly of human bones?
It's been quite a few years since I put any of them together, but I think I can remember. I always used to use little memory hints, you know, like 30 days has September, April, June, and November, and all the rest of 31. You know that one. That always helped me. And then another one I remember was Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Those things always helped me a lot.
Well, just show us what you remember about bones.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see. Is it all right if I start down here?
Any place you like.
Well, that's a toe bone. And the toe bone's connected to the foot bone. And the foot bone's connected to the heel bone. And the heel bone's connected to the ankle bone. And the ankle bone's connected to the shin bone. The shin bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Hi, Amy.
Oh, hi. Well,
Well, do you still like school?
Oh, I've had 2 wonderful weeks.
Boy, you sure lug around a lot of books. What subjects are you taking?
Oh, biology, Spanish, history, English, and math.
Oh, those subjects are a drag. Why don't you take some easier ones like most of the kids do?
What are they taking?
Oh, driver's training, ceramics, basket weaving, and volleyball.
Well, it sounds like fun, but I have to take what I need to get my diploma.
What happens if you don't get your diploma? Your mama gonna spank you?
Don't get fresh, Steve.
That's all right, Patty. Steve, I guess you're just too young to realize the importance of education.
Ah, education. Big deal.
I don't think that's any way for you to talk. You should be glad of the chance to go to school.
You know, she sounds just like my mother.
No. I think she's a spy for the PTA.
Look, I'm just trying to give you kids some good advice, that's all. I think you should study hard and get as much education as you can.
What are you, some kind of nut or something?
Steve, all I'm
Boy,
saying...
I'm staying away from you. You may be contagious.
All right, settle down. Let's come to order. I marked your homework papers last night, and most of you did very well. Especially you, Lucille.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And, Stephen.
Yeah?
Do you know so much about American history that you think it's unnecessary to do your homework?
Oh, I had something, I was doing something else that night. I couldn't do my homework.
Like what?
I had to wax my surfboard.
Well, good for you. I'm glad to know you weren't wasting your time foolish. Now then, can anyone tell me if there were ever any occasions when foreign troops fought on American soil? Yes, Lucille?
Yes, sir. During the Revolution and the War of 1812, British soldiers fought here.
Correct.
Oh, and also the Hessians.
That's right. And who were the Hessians? Lucille?
They were German mercenary soldiers hired by the British to fight against the colonists in the Revolution.
Right again. Lucille, I must compliment you. You certainly know a lot about early American history.
She should. She lived through most of it.
There's no need for sarcasm, Stephen. Perhaps if you followed Lucille's example and studied, you'd be much better off.
Hey, Johnny. Huh? Come here. Look.
What's that?
Itching powder.
Itching powder? What are you going to do with it?
Well, there's a certain redhead who's just itching to learn. Well, today she's going to learn something new.
Oh, gee, I don't think you ought to do it.
Why not? It's good for a few laughs.
Well...
Look, you just take a pinch of this stuff, you stick it down her back, and she goes crazy. It'll be funny. Here she goes. Hi, Lucy.
Oh, hi, Steve.
Look, I want to apologize for the way I've been chopping at you lately.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, I haven't been very nice, and, well, I'd like to make a fresh start.
Well, fine, Steve. We'll start from scratch.
Yeah, we'll start from scratch.
Hey, Steve.
All right, come to order, please. Now we'll continue with yesterday's discussion of Hamlet. Does anyone know the opening lines of Hamlet's soliloquy? Yes, Lucille.
I memorized the entire soliloquy.
All right, now quiet down. That's wonderful, Lucille. Now, will you recite it for us, please?
Yes, ma'am. To be or not to be? That is the question. rather 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of trouble, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we scratched. I mean, we end the heartaches and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. The rub. As Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and I'm going to make my exit now.
Hi, Patty.
Hey, what's bugging you?
I don't like what you did to Lucy in class this morning. I think you're despicable.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
No, Patty's right. That was a mean thing to do.
But I was...
You picked on her ever since she's been here.
Oh, but she
All
was-
she's trying to do is get an education, and that's pretty hard for somebody her age.
And she's okay, too. She found out it was you who put the itching powder down her back, but she didn't think on you.
Okay, enough already.
As far as I'm concerned, you are a creep.
Yeah, come on, kids. Let's get away from him. He may be contagious.
But now, wait a minute, gang. Johnny!
Hi, Steve.
Oh, hi, Lucy. Aren't you mad at me?
Well, it wasn't a very nice thing to do to me, but I realized it was just a teenage prank. You know, Steve, you may find it hard to believe, but I was once a teenager myself.
Hey, you are really okay.
Thank you.
And you're pretty smart, too.
Me, smart? Oh, are you kidding? My boss, Mr. Mooney, says that I majored in stupidity.
Well, I think you're smart.
Thank you.
You know all the answers, and I sure don't.
Well, you could know the answers, too, if you just study. And you know something, Steve? You better start studying. The final exams are only 2 weeks away.
I goofed away the whole term. It's too late to start studying now.
Never too late to get an education. Now, look, I'll tell you what. I'll help you, if you like. I'll study with you. We'll study together.
Well, gee, that'd be great. And if I pass, I'll make it up to you. I'll take you to the senior prom.
Oh, Steve, thank you, but I couldn't go to the prom with you. I'm old enough to be your sister.
Gee, I'd like to do something to show my appreciation.
Well, there is something you could do for me.
What?
Scratch my back. All the way.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the climax of our graduation exercises. It is a custom of the school to accord the honor of valedictorian to the student who has received the highest grades in the final examinations. It is my pleasure to present to you the valedictorian of our graduating class, Stephen Josephs.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. I want to tell you how grateful I am for this honor. If I'm deserving of it, it's only because of the help I received from the faculty and from one of my fellow students. And since I couldn't have done it without her, I would like to award the title of honorary valedictorian to Lucille Carmichael.
Well, thank you, Steve. If I helped you, I'm very glad. I needed plenty of help, too. It's been very difficult for me to graduate. I must admit that several times I wanted to quit, but I didn't because I didn't want to become the oldest dropout in high school history. You know, going back to school has meant an awful lot to me. Not only did I learn the value of an education, but I also learned a lot about the younger generation. You know, people of my generation tend to scoff at the teenagers because of their silly fads, you know, like surfing, long-haired boys, straight-haired girls, the kooky clothes they wear. Well, now, of course, my generation was perfect. We had sensible fads like swallowing live goldfish and seeing how many kids could be crowded into one telephone booth. And we also sneer at the modern generation's questionable taste in music. They go for that horrible rock and roll and don't have the beautiful romantic ballads we had, like Hut Sut Rawson and Arilla Raw. Remember that? Marysy Dotes and Dozy Dotes. And 3 witted fishes in an itty bitty pool. You know, recently I ran across a statement which said, I am very worried about the younger generation. The youth of today is ill-mannered, ill-bred, and shows little respect for their elders. I fear to trust them with the future. Now, this statement was made by Socrates more than 2,000 years ago. Well, I agree with Socrates. I, too, am worried about trusting the future to the younger generation. I'm worried they will do a far better job than we did.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, I didn't know you were here.
Oh, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Congratulations.
Oh, I got my diploma.
Yes, you did. Don't let that diploma go to your head. You'll be at the bank on time tomorrow.
Oh, I got my job back.
Yes,
oh,
you did.
Thank you, Mr.
The Lucy Show. The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
I think I've got it.
All right.
How's this for a bank slogan? If you want to feather your nest, save with us, we'll do the rest. What do you think of that?
I think it just misses.
No, like that. Well, we've got to get something short, something snappy, something attractive that people will listen to.
That's right.
Let's see now. I've got it. You can bank on us.
What's the rest of it?
Well, that's it. Short, concise, and to the point. You can bank on us. Oh, I like that. Put that down.
I've got it down.
Yeah.
Do you think Mr. Cheever will like it?
I don't care whether Mr. Cheever likes it or not. It's a good slogan. If Mr. Cheever doesn't like it, he's a fool. Believe me, a fool. Oh, hello, Mr. Fool. Hello, Mr. Cheever.
Tony, I hope that you've come up with a suitable slogan.
Oh, yes, sir, I have. Yes, sir. Mrs. Carmichael, read it back.
I hope it's a good one. 3 of the other vice presidents came up with the same corny slogan.
Oh, what was that, sir?
You can bank on us. Imagine coming up with a slogan like that. You can bank on us.
Yeah, well, it is rather unimaginative, sir. Yeah.
It's worse than that. It's positively idiotic. Mooney, what is your slogan?
Oh, well,
Read it to me, Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, let's see here.
Oh, she takes so long to read her shorthand.
Well, come on, Mooney. It's your slogan. Can't you remember it?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. I can... No, it's coming back to me now. We must be a good bank. Your baker puts his dough here.
Your baker puts his dough here?
Well, that isn't all of it, sir. The entire slogan goes, your baker puts his dough here, so he has it when he needs it. Don't you get it, sir? Baker, dough, needs.
You've got to be kidding.
May I say something, sir?
No.
Yes.
Certainly.
Well, sir, I don't think a slogan is enough to bring in new business. What our bank needs is an advertising gimmick. You know, for instance, if we could get the account of someone who is unique and different, someone who that no other bank could get, like maybe the Queen of England or the King of Thailand or Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse?
Yes, if we had Mickey Mouse, then we could have a great slogan. Bank with us. Put your money where your mouse is.
That is the worst thing I have ever heard.
I like that idea, Mrs. Carmichael, but who can we find that is unique and different?
How about the Maharaja of Cooch Bahar?
How about the Maharaja of Beverly Hills?
Who?
Jack Benny.
Jack Benny?
Yeah, everybody knows that Jack Benny doesn't trust banks and keeps all of his money in his own home. If we could get his business, we could get everybody else's business.
If we could get Jack Benny's business, we wouldn't need anybody.
That's a splendid idea, Mrs. Carmichael.
Thank you.
Yes, I must send someone over to see Mr. Benny immediately.
Yes, sir, and I think that someone should be one of our more elegant and capable men.
I think that someone should be a young, intelligent, attractive woman.
Where are we going to find one?
I think I could get Mr. Benny's account.
Oh, forget it, Miss Carmichael.
No, wait a minute, Mooney. How would you go about it?
Well, sir, I would be very subtle. I'd flatter him, you know, play up to him. And I wouldn't even mention the bank until the opportune moment.
You mean you would intend to trick Mr. Benny?
You would connive and lie to him?
Well, no.
Why not, if it'll get the account? Go ahead.
Oh, all right.
I'll be right back, Yasha.
Mr. Benny?
Lady, if you're selling Girl Scout cookies, I'm the one who makes them.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. I wanted to see you about something personal.
Oh, about something personal?
Yes.
Oh, well, come right in.
Thank you.
Make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Sit down. Now, what what can I do for you, Miss...
Carmichael.
Oh, Carmichael.
Yes.
I used to have a polar bear by that name.
Oh, a polar bear. Was its first name Lucy?
No,
Well, you can call me Lucy.
I can? Well, you can call me Jackie. Now.
Yes.
Now, what can I do for you, Lucy?
Well, Mr. Benny, I'd like to know where I can find your violin teacher.
So would a lot of other people. Now, what do you want him for?
Well, I want my nephew to take violin lessons, and I want the finest teacher available.
Oh.
And I thought that any man who taught a virtuoso like you must be the best teacher in the world. Isn't that true?
Well, yes. Yes. Now, let me think. Unfortunately, my very first violin teacher isn't available.
Oh, he passed away?
No, he ran away. Domestic trouble.
Oh,
But my present teacher is Monsieur LeBlanc.
Monsieur LeBlanc. Do you know his address, Mr. Benny?
Yes, I think it's 900 Valley Road.
900.
And he's a great violin teacher. He's been with me 20 years. And he has wonderful qualifications.
Oh?
He's tone deaf and hungry.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Benny. You've been very helpful. Gee, Mr. Benny, all these mementos and awards and trophies. You certainly have had a wonderful life.
Yes, yes, I have.
What's this?
Oh, that's a picture of me when I was in the Navy.
Oh, I didn't know you were in the Navy. Was it the Korean War?
Bless you.
Oh, dear, all these wonderful pictures. Oh, there's one of Rochester.
That's right.
Oh, look at, oh, and 2 presidents. My. Oh, there's a great picture of Bob Hope.
Yes, he's one of my fans.
Oh, I'll bet. Who are all these people?
Oh, this is the cast of my old television show.
Oh, they were all so talented. Do you still see any of them?
Well, occasionally I run into Dennis Day, and once in a while I trip over Phil Harris. Oh, that reminds me. Can I offer you a drink? A soft drink.
Oh, a soft drink.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any root beer or cola?
Well, yes, which would you like?
Oh, it doesn't make any difference.
That's true. They cost me about the same. Will you answer that, please?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny's residence? Yes, but he's busy at the moment. Oh, all right, I'll tell him. Thank you.
Who was it?
It was your dentist.
Any message?
Yes, he said they're ready and you can pick them up tomorrow.
Well, good. I'm glad I have a dinner date. There you are.
Thank you. Gee, Mr. Benny, I envy you. You've spent your life in such an exciting business. It makes my job seem so drab.
Why? What do you do?
Oh, I work in a bank.
That's drab?
Well, it doesn't pay very much.
Oh, that's drab.
Yes, it is. I'm just a secretary, and the only way I can get any extra money to pay for my nephew's violin lessons is by bringing in new accounts for the bank.
Oh.
And I feel that if my nephew doesn't take violin lessons, that the world may be deprived of a second Jack Benny.
The world doesn't need a second Jack. The first one ain't gonna leave.
You know, Mr. Benny, it's very difficult landing new accounts. It seems that everybody in Beverly Hills has their money in banks.
Oh, not everybody.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't have my money in a bank.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, why don't you keep your money in a bank?
Well, I probably would if I could find one that would give me the same security as I have in my home.
Oh.
You see, I have a burglar-proof vault right here in my house.
Is that so? Well, now, I'm sure that our bank could supply a vault that's just as safe as yours.
I doubt it.
Well, if we could, would you become one of my new accounts?
Well...
Oh, it would help me so much, Mr. Benny.
It would?
I would be so grateful.
How grateful?
Pretty grateful. Now, if you would give me a chance to get your account, then maybe we could go out on a date. We could go to dinner. How about it?
Well, that depends. Where are you planning to take me?
Oh, well, anywhere you want.
Well, good.
Oh, well, then you'll give me a chance to get your account?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll show you my vault. And if your bank can build a better one, you've got my account.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Benny.
Now, right this way. Just one more. Wait, right here. Oh, yes. It's down pretty deep. You better wear these.
What's that?
You're lucky. You're just in time to see the changing of the guard.
Mrs. Carmichael, the workmen finally finished the new vault.
Good. Mr. Benny should be here any minute.
Oh, you know, the bank has gone to great expense to build that vault. The sand hogs have been working day and night. If I'd known it was going to be so expensive, I never would have approved of it. We have just got to get Mr. Benny's account.
Now, don't worry, we will. Besides, it was my idea. I will take the responsibility. If it doesn't work, you can fire me.
Oh, I almost wish it wouldn't work. Oh, no. If it doesn't work, we'd both get fired.
Yes. Well, now, it will work if they followed my instructions. Did they dig it deep enough?
Well, it's 300 feet deep. Now, how deep was Mr. Benny's vault?
Well, I'm not sure, but before I was halfway down, I got the bends. It's very deep.
Oh.
Excuse me. Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, yes, Gladys, send him right in. Mr. Benny is on his way in.
Good. I just hope our little scheme works, because if it doesn't, we'll...
Oh, Mr. Benny. Oh, it's so good to see you again. Thank you. I'd like you to meet my boss, Mr. Theodore Mooney.
How do you do?
How do you do, sir? It's a great pleasure. Well, you're just in time to see the new vault. And if you approve, and I'm sure you will, we'll need a little information about you, so I'd like to ask a few questions, if I may. It'll save time later on. All right.
All righty.
Good. Now, if you sit over here, Mrs. Carmichael will
Right by
take
my
down
desk, Mr.
the information for you. There we are, sir. Now, your full name, Mr. Benny?
Mr. Jack Benny.
Your father's name?
Mortimer.
Your mother's maiden name?
J.P. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan?
Judith Priscilla.
Your social security number?
1.
Do you have any scars or identifying marks?
Well, yes, I have a tattoo. It was done many years ago.
What does it say?
Well,
J-E-L-L-O.
had to. In those days, sponsors were hard to get.
Oh, well, I think that's all the information we need, Mr. Benny.
Yes, now, Mr. Benny, you're going to see your vault.
And,
Hmm?
well, I hope you're going to show it to me.
Oh, yes, sir, I am.
Well, don't you think that I should go along and be sort of a chaperone?
A chaperone? I can't see any harm in being alone with Mr. Benny.
Oh, I wish you could.
Here we are.
Mr. Benny, walk this way.
I always do.
Well, here you are, Mr. Benny.
Hey, it doesn't look bad. How deep are we?
We're 300 feet down.
Well, that might be safe.
It's also smog-free.
Well,
Stop! Don't step down there.
why not?
Landmines blow you to bits. You see, it's not going to be easy to get to your vault. Follow me. Now, Mr. Benny, nobody can get past this.
Now, why not?
Well, look what happens when I break the electric beam. Now, you see, Mr. Benny, nobody will ever be able to get to your money.
Including me. Not that I ever intend to take any out, you know, but I like to go in and fondle it once in a while.
Well, sir, we have taken care of that. We have a switch that disconnects the guillotine. There it is. You can proceed now.
Ladies first.
All right. Now, Mr. Benny, I'd like to show you something very special. This is guaranteed safeguard against burglars.
That?
Yeah.
This is a wooden door. A termite could get through it.
Well, it's a decoy.
A decoy?
Yeah, stand up against it and see what happens.
That's cute.
Cute? Weren't you frightened of them?
When you've been with Custer, nothing frightens you.
Okay, come on.
Cheddar-kawana-kawi.
No, Cheddar-kawana-kawi.
Yes, Cheddar-kawana-kawi.
All right, yes, Cheddar-kawana-kawi. Boy. Oh, the nerve of them. You know what they wanted?
Time and a half for overtime.
That's right. How did you know?
I'm their agent.
Oh.
Frankly, if you expect me to keep my money here, you have to make a ball safer than this.
Oh, well, now, Mr. Benny, let's keep going. The best is yet to come.
I hope so.
Now, this water, right here, this water will stop anybody.
Well, how deep is it? Is
About
it very
a foot
deep?
and a half.
Well, how will that stop a crook from wading across?
May I show you?
Yeah. What happened?
Piranha fish.
Piranha fish? God, what a picnic they'd have with Jackie Gleason. You know, by the time he could say, and away we go, he'd be gone.
That's right. We can guarantee that no crook will be able to get past this.
Oh, yeah? All a crook has to do is take that door off its hinges and use it for a bridge.
That's a very clever idea. Why don't you try that?
All right. Hi, Irving.
Irving?
His mother works for me.
Oh, boy.
Now, how am I going to get to the vault?
Well, I'll show you, Mr. Benny. Now, follow me. Come on. There.
Hey, that's clever. There's rocks in the water.
They're not rocks, Mr. Benny. They're snapping turtles. Okay, fellas, beat it. Now, there is your vault door. And I defy any crook to get it open.
But supposing some crook is smart enough to get it open, then all my money would be stolen.
Yeah, but they have to get to the vault first.
Well, what's going to stop them?
Well, follow me, sir, and I will show you. May I have your hand?
What's happening? What's this?
It's quicksand. This is a bottomless pit.
Why didn't I think of that?
Did you like it?
It's wonderful. You're a genius.
Thank you, thank you.
Believe me, I'm going to keep my money in this bank.
Good. We'll send over an armored truck to get all your money.
Send 3.
Oh.
Oh, boy, this quicksand is the cleverest idea I've ever heard.
I'm glad you like it. You know, I think it's even better than your shark-filled moat.
And cheaper. You don't have to feed them.
That's true. Then it's a deal?
It is a deal.
Oh, I'm so glad.
The Lucy Show.